Speak? You want to speak? You want to be a speaker? Meet this guy, Mr. Doug Hanson. He's going to show you how in this episode of The Ambitious Life.
I'm a man on a mission.
My mission in life is how can I put amazing things out into the world so that I can pay it forward to the next generation. I'm just here to help you so that you can do and fulfill whatever mission that you have in your life.
Hey, what's up guys, Greg here, hanging out with my good friend Doug Hanson, and we've been rocking for the past 2 days. You got introduced to the camera a lot over the last 2 days.
I sure did,
Yeah.
and you guys are awesome to work with. You made it easy.
Thanks, it's been fun, and one of the things that I wanted to do, I know it's the end of the day, day 2, and we're tired, but there's so many people who watch the show and they're like, man, you know, I've created a product, I have a great product or service, and I think one of the ways for me to talk more about that is to go out there and speak. I want to help people, I want to motivate people, I want to make an impact, and you've been doing this now for 23 years?
That's correct.
I think you said.
Own my own business.
That's
yep.
Crazy. But what I wanted to talk about is a little bit about the state of speaking today. You know, when you think about breaking in as a speaker today, what does somebody need to even know about that world?
Huh, that's interesting, because it's a lot different than when I started.
Yeah.
I mean, when I started, the internet didn't even exist yet.
Right.
There's no such thing as a website.
Yeah.
So everyone had what they called press packets or press kits, and it was
Yeah.
a folder with a VHS tape in it, not a DVD. So it's a lot different.
Yeah.
And so, but back then you mailed it out. So in some ways it's easier today, because you can get your content out so fast and so easy and so professionally.
Yeah.
But in other ways it makes it a lot more competition.
Right.
You got to be really good. For a guy like me that's 55 years old, I got to constantly be updating my technology. But for
Yeah.
the young people, that's easy for them.
Right.
So the key thing is just to get really good, get passionate about something and get really good at it. When I started, I spoke on 50 different topics because that's what a lot of people did.
Right.
But even today, I have honed in. Today, my focus is on employee engagement, not just motivation and sales and leadership and all these other topics.
Right.
I have to talk about some of those things.
So if
but
I
I'm
need
focused on
a guy
employee
about
engagement.
employee engagement, I want to find Doug. As
Right.
opposed to, I don't know, Doug, there's this guy Doug, he talks about a bunch of things. They don't
Right.
exactly know where to fit you into the schedule, right?
Exactly, right. People, you need to have a brand, you need to have some clarity, which is a lot of reason why I'm working with you.
Yeah.
Because I want to get more laser focused so that when people think of my topics, they'll think of me.
Right. So when it comes to finding these companies, and we're going to frame this in the context of going and getting like a company or an association to pay you to speak. So
Right.
let's just bring that out of the way. What does the company want out of a speaker?
What does the company
What
want?
does the company want? What do they look for when they're hiring a speaker? Because I mean, there's a ton of speakers to choose from. Why do I choose Doug to come into my organization? Why am I going to write you the check?
Well-
What do they want for that check?
Well, of course, if you're a subject matter expert speaker, it's different than someone like me. For me, they want people, most of my events are big corporate events, like 1,000 people or 500.
Yeah.
And so I'm an event speaker where they want me to bring energy, they want people to have a good time, they want to loosen up and lighten up, but they also want some skills. If it's just a comedy show, that doesn't work, right? They can hire
Right.
a comedian for that.
Yeah.
So they want someone that's got some business background that can teach people the people skills, but also some of the things around peak performance, as they call it. But it depends on the customer. Sometimes I always say, do you want the science or the emotion, is what I ask my client.
Okay.
Because sometimes I put in way more science because they're a kind of client that says, no, we need the tangible things that we can start doing Monday morning. Other times I say, no, look, this event is full of heavy stuff. We need you to be funny. We need you to make them laugh. We need you to bring some energy to the room. So any speaker needs to be versatile.
Yeah.
You can't just be one type, or you'll only appeal to one type of client.
Got it. What do you think is attributed to your success over the past 23 years? What makes, I know a lot of your business is repeat business, it's clients bringing you in year after year. What do you attribute to that success? Because it's not just giving them the same speech every year that makes them want to bring you back. What do you think it is that has led to your success?
I think it's because I'm really good at listening to what their needs are, not only for the event itself, but their needs as a whole. What is their objectives for that year?
Yeah.
And then weaving my content into what they need. So when I go to an event, I might tell the same story, but the bring home will be totally different, because this company is talking about change, and this company is talking about leadership or performance or something else. And so sometimes I'll use the same content, but I'll apply it to things that matter to them. And so the client feels like, man, this guy was just speaking to us, as opposed to he pulled something off of the shelf that he tells everybody.
I love that. If someone was looking to break in as a keynote speaker, motivational speaker today, what's kind of the 1, 2, 3 things you would tell them to do to at least get their foot in the door?
Well, the first thing I'd say is get clear on what your style is. Don't try to be something you're not, because it just doesn't work. So watch a lot of speakers, watch their videos and say, yeah, I can resonate with that. And then get clear on your content. And then what I always say is make sure when you're early in your career, I still do this, but when you're early in your career, every event you do, ask for a referral. Every single one. Get that referral letter on letterhead scan it, put it on your website, put it in PDF, whatever, but that way you can send it to people, because people will listen to what others are saying about you way more than they'll listen to yourself. And so I let my customers do my talk, and I say, hey, just tell me what you like most about what I did, and what was the key reason you brought me in? Did I deliver? If you used me a second time or a third time, why? I get them to put that in writing, and then I post it on my website, or I do it in social media, or anything, whatever the client lets me, by the way. But anytime someone's interested, I say, let me send you a few letters of what people are saying about me.
Right.
It always helps me.
Social proof.
Yeah, exactly. Credibility immediately.
Yeah, I love it. Get that first gig, get that social proof, get those referrals, and maybe 23 years later, you'll be hanging out with me and Doug Hanson as we're sipping some Mai Tais. Good luck to you guys. Thanks for watching this episode of The Ambitious Life. Hey, if you like that episode of The Ambitious Life, I'd love to hook you up with a copy of Thought Leader Magazine, where I'm going to share with you how to use media to grow your business empire. All you got to do is head to ambitious.com/magazine, and I'll hook you up right away.